Alright, what is going on, Seedsoids? We have day 2 of Stage 3 of the Major, and it was not a good day for me and my fellow fans. We're going to work the way top down as we have been doing. We got Spirit versus Mouse to start out the day. Mouse, I believe, had a pretty commanding lead on Overpass. It was 9-3, 8-4, which I expected them to do more with, and they didn't, which sucks. I do like Spirit. I really like Tanier, and I hope that he can get form here. But I do think that Mao's, I don't know. I was gonna say I think they deserved the win, but I am a firm believer that whoever wins deserves the win. So, yeah, it sucks for Mao's that they weren't able to convert that, but it was a pretty good game, pretty entertaining, and I think that these are definitely going to be quarterfinalists at least, or semifinalists. Spirit's already a quarterfinalist. We have Fury versus G2. This went how every single person in existence would have expected it to do. We got K Serato and Heavy God, or, duking it out a little bit, but it wasn't too competitive overall. Malbs is still struggling as he has been kind of this year, or at least this season. But pretty easy win from Fury overall. They actually had 9 rounds on Overpass T side, and then they just gave up a bunch on CT. So it's really not even as close as it looks. We have FaZe Mongols. Controlas is just doing what he's doing. I have no explanation for it. This kind of came out of nowhere. 9-10, obviously a 2.0 rating. You're not really going to ever beat a player with a 2.0 rating. I think the highest rating I've ever seen on a loss is like a 1.9. So, yeah, 2.0 rating, it's over for FaZe. We got Bait Vitality. I really thought that this would be close. I genuinely thought that Bait actually had a shot at this, and it was not close at all. Zaiwu with a 2.05 rating, just like with 9-10. Head Trick is their AWPer. If you can see where he is on the scoreboard right here. I think that's really all you need to know about this match. But, highest rating being a 0.88 is crazy. It's unfortunate for Bait and their fans. We have Imperial Falcons, even worse somehow. 1 round. We got Try with a positive rating. We got Cello with a 0.33. Kioske, again, above a 2.0 rating. 2.0, 2.05, 2.31. You're just not going to beat that when someone's playing that way. We had Navi Payne. It's nice to see. I'm a Bit fan, so I always want him to have a good map. But it's nice to see Ema doing something. I know he got a lot of justified, not necessarily hate, but lack of confidence in him. Before JL wanted to step back and focus on his personal life, people definitely thought Emo was the person to remove to make room for Mikaze. Of course, we do see Mikaze actually had a good map. He's been struggling in Tier 1 a little bit. He's been doing alright. I wouldn't say that he's a bad addition. He'll get better, and even in his current state, I wouldn't say to replace him. But he has been struggling, so it's nice to see 1.44 rating. Payne, no one got above a 1.0. Close, but no. We have Liquid versus Passion UA. Genuinely, I'm being so genuine here. If Liquid keep this roster for the start of the next season, I will stop being a Liquid fan, and I'm going to stop rooting for them. It's not going to work. It will never work. I'll probably make a video about this roster. I don't want to be copying Garmore because he just made it, but I was already going to make a video about it, so I'm just going to say that here. Train, they were up 9-3 going into T-side. It's T-side Train, I guess. Losing 3 rounds on CT is somewhat normal to still lose because Train's very CT-sided, but they should have won that. Mirage, it was 10-2 at the half, and then they clawed back to 10-9, and then it was 12-9, and then 10, and then 13. So yeah, it honestly looks closer than it actually was on Mirage. They just failed a comeback. It's so disappointing. I have no words left to describe this team that I once loved. So hopefully we can get some form of glory going on, because right now there's none of that. Paravision 3D Max. I wanted 3D Max, or I wanted Paravision to win this. I thought they were going to win this, and they did not. We have some bad performances coming out of Jame, obviously. AW and Belchenok have sorry. They've not had great tournaments, so I didn't expect a lot out of them, but Ziello, or what's his name, Xelo, whatever, and Noda have been having a pretty good tournament, so a 1.03 from them, while, I mean, it is above a 1.0, it's not what they needed to beat a top 15 team. No, top 16, whatever. Tomorrow we have Navi Vitality. This is probably going to be... No. This is going to be one of the matchups. I'd say these two are the matchup of the day, tied. I think that Navi need Bit, and they absolutely need Wonderful to overperform if they want to win this. I think Vitality have a slight edge. I think that just based on how this major's going, there's a good chance at the Navi to win this. If they can just get Wonderful activated. Yeah. We have Mouse Falcons. This is the battle for who's going to end up in, like, probably second place at the major. Because I don't see either of these teams winning, because they don't really win anything, except for, like, I think a couple tournaments together. It's not going to be... I mean, it's going to be a really tactically great game, because this is group stage, so they play excellent. But, I don't know. Neither of these teams really have much of a fan base right now around them, other than, like, Nico supporters and Kyosuke supporters and Jimmy supporters. And Torji's at home for the major. I think he's the only player who is playing at home for the major. So there's that, but yeah, this just isn't a really interesting game to me or most people. We have G2 Mongols. G2 obviously have kind of underperformed given where we thought this roster would be with some of their early success, with the addition of Mattis and Senpaius and Saw, obviously. The Mongols have Controlas, who's averaging a 1.0, and he has been doing a lot better than a 1.0 so far this event. He had a bad first round, maybe? No, he's been above 1.0 all three maps. So, yeah, I would say this should be a pretty close game as well. We have Bait Pain. This is just kind of mid versus mid. I think Bait's still pretty good, even if they are in the 1-2 bracket. I thought that they would be in a 2-1 bracket, or they could have even gone 3-0 with just some lucky wins. That did not happen. They did have to play Mouse and Vitality back-to-back, which is unfortunate. Neither of those games were close, but I would still give Bait the edge over here. I'm just surprised that Pain is still in this major. We have Passion versus Imperial. I'd have to give Passion the win here. I think Imperial are running on some borrowed time. Just getting that first win over the Mongols in overtime just propelled, I think, their entire existence here. I'm shocked that they're not out 3-0, but I guess just that first Mongols game got them there. So I'll give this to Passion. We have 3 Max FaZe. I really don't like FaZe at all, so I'm always going to root for the other team. I do think 3 Max have a decent shot here. We need Maka to perform well, and we need Bod to perform well. Other than that, if everyone can get a 1.0, they're probably going to win, because that's how most games work. But if, I don't know, these guys can get like a 0.95, and these guys can get like a 1.5 plus, I think that's what we're looking for here. Brokey kind of popped off today and still lost. I don't see him popping off again for the rest of the tournament. Frozen's been playing not great since Twist got there. Twist has been playing great, but they haven't really been winning, so it's just the state of the team right now. Yeah, no Liquid, so I'm really not too concerned about any of these. Don't really care, but I do want to keep just getting out these daily recaps, so that's about it.